name's Voltaire, and this is my co-host, Mr. Orville Dedenbacher, and you're watching The Lair of Voltaire. This is the April 2015 video newsletter, to be exact, and we haven't done one in 6 months. The last one was in October of 2014. And the reason for that, truth be told, is just that I have been so busy on so many different fronts with so many different projects that I just haven't found the time to make these videos. And today's no exception, because in a mere 12 hours, a full US tour begins. I leave the Lair of Voltaire, I leave poor Orville Dedenbacher here for an entire month by himself, and I go on tour with Ego Likeness on the Forgotten Cities tour. Now, if I were to not have gagged Orville Dedenbacher, we'd have to stop every 30 seconds for one of his witty interjections. So, to ensure that we get through this in a timely fashion, Orville will not be speaking this evening. See, he's got nothing. So let's just get right to it. Where am I playing on this US tour near you? The Forgotten Cities Tour, a tour of the US, and the entire point of this tour is for Ego Likeness and I to try to play in places where we normally don't play. And we've had some success in doing that and booking these shows. April 29th, New Haven, Connecticut. April 30th, Salem, Massachusetts. May 1st, Portland, Maine. May 2nd, Washington, D.C. May 3rd, Wilmington, Delaware. May 4th, Raleigh, North Carolina. May 5th, Richmond, Virginia. May 6th, Charlottesville, Virginia. May 7th, Atlanta, Georgia. May 8th, Jacksonville, Florida. May 9th, New Orleans, Louisiana. May 10th, Nashville, Tennessee. May 11th, St. Louis, Missouri. May 12th, Kansas City, Missouri. May 13th, Fayetteville, Arkansas. May 15th, San Antonio, Texas. May 16th, El Paso, Texas. May 17th, Albuquerque, New Mexico. May 18th, Mesa, Arizona. May 19th, Glendale, California. May 20th, San Francisco, California. May 21st, San Diego, California. May 23rd, Salt Lake City, Utah. May 24th, Denver, Colorado. May 26th, St. Paul, Minnesota. May 27th, Champaign, Illinois. May 28th, Cleveland, Ohio. May 29th, Columbus, Ohio. May 30th, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And May 31st, Chicago, Illinois. Now, I have to tell you that staging a tour like this is really a very scary endeavor, because there's probably a reason we haven't been booked in some of these smaller markets in years, and that might be because a lot of people aren't going to come out to the show. Shut up. So if you want to see us play in your town, please support these shows. Come out, buy a ticket, come drink with us, come dance with us, come enjoy the show. And that will tell these promoters that you wish to see us again. And then maybe some of these forgotten cities will be tour stops every single year for us. And a great big thank you to those places where we do play every year, places like Atlanta, Georgia, places like Jacksonville, Florida, places like that where they have us back every year, because if those places were not on the tour, we might lose our shirts. I honestly thought there was going to be a quip about how out of shape I am and how I shouldn't be seen in public without a shirt, but I forgot. He's gagged. This is so delightful. Should I ungag him before I leave for tour, or should I just leave him here like this? I'm a bad man, I know. Other upcoming shows after the Forgotten Cities tour include Asheville, North Carolina, Fargo, North Dakota, the Steampunk Convention GearCon in Portland, Oregon, PlayOnCon in Birmingham, Alabama, Voltaire's Wicked Necrocomic-Con, I'm staging that convention again in September, RealmsCon, Corpus Christi, a show in Honolulu, Hawaii, a show in St. Petersburg, Russia, Moscow, Russia, the Anne Rice Ball in New Orleans, the day before Halloween, Halloween at Spooky Empire in Orlando, Florida, a steampunk convention in Dallas in November, and a show in Manchester, New Hampshire in June. So look at the calendar, here's the address, and you'll be able to find out details for all of those shows. See you on the road. There is a new album in the works. It is called Heart-Shaped Wound, and it's going to come out on Project Records, my old alma mater, if you will. I did tell Project the album should be released in spring of 2015, but that is clearly not going to happen because I haven't started recording it. And the reason is that of the 6 songs on this EP, 2 of them have become far more difficult to write than I thought they were going to be. So as of now, the songs that are ready to go are Human Nature, which you can see here on the Lair of Voltaire, find a link below. A cover of Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah, which you can also see here on the Lair of Voltaire. A song called The Ones Who've Hurt You, which I've been playing pretty frequently at shows. A song called The Projectionist, which is kind of half done, and a song called At the Carnival as a tentative title, and then another song that doesn't have a title yet. So that's kind of what's happening right now. I've had people ask me, why Project? You've had a pretty successful run as an indie artist after the first half of my career, where I was on Project. And the truth of the matter is that I think the album is thematically really suited to the Project label. It is a melancholy album, I must tell you. It really sort of documents a period in my life after I got divorced, when I first became single and met somebody very special, and there were a whole lot of songs written during that 3-month glorious, torturous 3-month period. And that's really sort of what this album is about. It's almost like Boo-Hoo 2, except less funny. Yeah. So when I come back from tour, I'm going to start recording that album, and so when's it coming out, I have no idea. But if I had to guess, I'd cross my fingers and say fall 2015. So look for that, Heart-Shaped Wound, on Project, and you'll be hearing me play some of those songs in concert if you come to the shows. So come to the shows. The web store is going to be closed while I'm on tour because there'll be nobody at Voltaire Industries to fill orders, and we already know that Orville Dedenbacher is completely useless, so he certainly isn't going to do it. So the web store is going to be closed, but that should not stop you from visiting Offworld Designs. I've been designing some pretty ridiculous parody shirts for them. Puns, parody, and perversion. I think it's the trifecta of what I do best, maybe. And so you can find shirts on their website like this one. The 13th Doctor is coming, and he's relay mad, mashing up Cthulhu and the Doctor Who, two things people love. And then there's this one, How to Drain Your Drag Queen. How to Train Your Drag Queen. Maybe that's what I should do. I should dress Orville up and drag before I leave. He'd be gagged and dragged. Moving along. And then there's this one. Oh yeah, when you first look at it, it looks like it says The Dark Crystal, but look closer. It's a mashup of The Dark Crystal and Breaking Bad, and that actually says That Darn Crystal Meth. Now, those of you who are Dark Crystal fans know this Skeksis is known for saying these sort of prolonged M sounds, so it doesn't really say That Darn Crystal Meth. It says That Darn Crystal Meth. I need a hobby. I really do. I need a hobby. You're going to love my next shirt. Oh my God. All I'm going to tell you is that it's a Labyrinth shirt. That's all I'm going to say. David Bowie, his Bulge, and Labyrinth are featured on this shirt. I'll probably be drawing that in the back of the Ego Likeness tour van while on tour. So, while the web store is closed, go find yourself one of these fanciful shirts at offworlddesigns.com and slather your sexy chest with some puns, parody, and perversion. You know you want to. Don't they want to, Orville? I'm loving this. This is the most peace there has been in the lair in a long time. Okay, well, speaking of puns, parody, and perversion, while I was making these shirts for Offworld Design, I thought to myself, what should I do next? What should I do next? And I realized that pretty much everyone I know despises 50 Shades of Grey. So I thought, oh, I should do something with that. I know, 50 Shades of Greys. You know what greys are, right? Those aliens, those white aliens with the big black eyes. I mean, anytime anybody's ever abducted and anally probed, it's a gray. So I thought this is kind of a perfect mashup. It'll be 50 Shades of Grays. And it'll be these aliens engaged in some kind of subversive sexual activity, right? So I start making a shirt. And here it is right here. Flogging. Beat me up, Scotty. I thought, that's good. But then I almost instantly came up with another one, which I can't show you for reasons I'll explain later. For scatology, it's a female alien bent over, spraying a male alien with liquid feces. And the caption reads, Close Encounters of the Turd Kind. Yeah. In any case, 5 designs later, I realized I'm not making a shirt here. There's too many illustrations for this to be a shirt. I'm making a book. And I decided that I was going to do a 50-page book called 50 Shades of Grays. Now the premise is these aliens come to our world, they read 50 Shades of Grey, and they get inspired or confused, you decide, and decide to try all 50 shady shenanigans themselves. I am already at page 25. This book is half done, and I have an Indiegogo campaign for it. Which, if you're watching this anytime close to today when this is being filmed, there's still time to get an order in it to support the campaign. Here are some of my favorite pages from the book so far. Sex toys. These are not the toys you're looking for. The one about furries. Put your dirty hands on me, you damn stinking ape. How about face sitting? That's popular in England. I think a lot of English people are going to buy this just for that page. But with the butt shield down, I can't even see the remote. Anal probe, you will be assimilated. Pegging, it's bigger on the inside. Exhibitionism, that's no moon. Now clearly this book is not for everybody. It's for people who love puns, parody, perversion, and science fiction. People like Orville and I, and possibly you. So if you fit into that category, please go to the Indiegogo page, reserve a book for yourself, so you can put it on your coffee table. When people can come over, they can go, "What the hell?" Or, it's a fun book. It'll be a fun book to pass around in between rounds of Cards Against Humanity. Certainly nobody who plays that game would find this book the least bit offensive. Which brings me to the next point. When I first started putting these images up on my Facebook page and Instagram page, almost instantly there were these so-called social justice warriors who were reporting the images and having them taken down. Whatever happened to the day when you could just, if you looked at something you didn't like it, you just looked at something else instead? Why is it so important for people to try to censor people around them? I don't get it. Do you think it's right that someone should convince DC not to put out a variant cover because the Joker's too villainous on the cover? I don't. This is the kind of book that would have existed when I was a kid. I would have gone into a Spencer Gifts and leafed through it in the back aisle and laughed to myself, knowing it was naughty and I probably shouldn't have been looking at it, but it was hilarious. And that's what made things funny back then. So that's one of the reasons why it's really important for me to make this book, is because I think comedy should be raunchy when it wants to be raunchy. Not all the time, of course, but when it's fitting. So, if you're a fan of science fiction and raunchy comedy, you're probably going to love this book. Pick up a copy for yourself. And also, wouldn't it just be really, really funny if every time somebody Googled 50 Shades of Grey, they found my book instead? I don't know about you, but I find that hilarious. So, pick up a copy today. You won't regret it. You know what, actually? I will entice you slightly further. Here's every single page I've done so far. My fledgling acting career continues to flourish. You can presently see me in ABCs of Death 2. That's on demand on iTunes and Google Play and a whole bunch of other places. I'm in the N segment, a segment directed by Larry Fessenden, and I play a lascivious Gothic dad. Yeah, I know, typecast again. Another film I'm in, Model Hunger, where I play a heavy metal, acerbic, alcoholic mechanic. is starting to do its film festival run. There is a list in the video description of the film festivals where it's playing, so hopefully it's playing somewhere near you and you can go watch it, and when I come on the screen you can clean it up. I mean, what? No. When I come on the screen you can yell, "Ah, Voltaire, keep on acting, dude." Please don't do that. That would be really, really annoying. I'm gonna have to gag you then. I've just been cast in another film called Lady Killer, and I play a pimp whose name is Suge White. That's right, Suge White. So much fun to do. It was a film directed by Jeff Farrell, who is a gentleman I met when he was opening for me in Seattle a few times in a row. Fantastic guy, very talented, and a hell of a time playing the part of Suge White, let me tell you. So I'm looking forward to that coming out probably next year. I'm also in a web series called Maybe Sunshine, and I play a vampire who drinks pee. No, I don't play a vampire who drinks pee. I play a vampire who wants to watch women pee. It's slightly different. He might drink pee too. I don't know when that's coming out, but it's called Maybe Sunshine, and I'll put a link below to the creator, Lisa Hammer, and maybe you can track her down and find out for yourself when you can see that on the interwebs. And lastly, I have some very exciting news I'd like to share with you regarding possibly making a feature film with my friend Jeff Farrell. But it's too early to talk about that. So maybe that'll be in the next newsletter, 2.5 years from now. I'm just kidding. Really going to try to keep this up. No quips. Oh, I'm in heaven. There was no winner to the October 2014 video newsletter contest, so that's that. And, you know, actually, I don't think I'd be able to mail anything out for over a month since I'll be on tour, so I don't know that we'll do a contest this time. But how about this? Perhaps in the comments below, you can tell me if you'd like to see more videos, more Lair of Voltaire videos. You know, 6 months is a long gap between newsletters. This should really happen every single month. Finding the time to do it and the resources to do it is a little bit difficult. So I'm wondering, would you be willing to support making videos through a Patreon campaign? Is it something that you feel like a couple bucks a month or something would be worth it to see that there are videos more frequently? It's just a question. Let's call this a poll, a survey of sorts. And if so, what kind of videos would you like to see? Would you like to see more video newsletters or more how to play videos or something else entirely? So please let me know in the comments below if you would support a Patreon campaign if I did it for this video channel, and secondly, what kind of videos you'd like to see, and then perhaps what frequency you'd like to see them in. 1 a week, 1 a month? Let me know. I'd be really interested to know. And I think that's that for now, because I have to finish packing so I can go on the Forgotten Cities tour with Ego Likeness in just a few hours. So hopefully I will see you on the road at one of those many cities at which we are playing in the months to come. Thank you so much from me, Voltaire, and from my very quiet co-host tonight, Mr. Orville Dedenbacher. You know what? I feel bad. I'm gonna ungag you before I leave, because I can't just let you sit here in the lair all by yourself for an entire month without being able to speak. So brace yourselves, folks, because obviously he's been holding it back, and once we take the gag off, there's no telling what he's gonna say. But here goes nothing. Oh, Orville. If you enjoy watching these videos, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time right here on The Lair of Voltaire.